Hey guys, this is Lucas and welcome back to the web programming series. So today we will have a look at some really simple tags that we will use pretty often, and you will get to know how they work really fast. So everything that we will do is pretty much in a body where we will actually see our content displayed. So we will now look at some tags that HTML5 introduced. So HTML5 is a new version of HTML, or just some updates. So then we have header. You might know what this does. Then we have the navigation that is normally stored in the header like this. You see pretty easy tags, you get them really quick. Then we have the footer, which we can use for the footer, where that is the bottom of the page normally, like copyright claims and whatever, and again some links. And then we have the section tag. This is normally used for like content, for the normal content area where we actually have like articles and our portfolio and whatever you want to have there, or your about page, I don't know. So now as we know that, we want to check out how we can actually make some code that looks like something. Well, therefore we have pretty cool tags. Then the first one that we want to know is the h1 tag that you have probably seen quite often already. So you see again, you actually open it and close it, and inside here between them you can write your name or whatever you want to have as like a header. And take care to use it, because some pages like Pocket really look for an AH tag to get their headline if you do like a blog or something. Okay, so let's write in practice. Okay, now that we have that, I want to show you some other tags that we have. You see, here is a good list: H6, H5, H4, H3, H2, and don't worry, you don't have to remember all of them. Well, actually, you will get to know these pretty fast, and you will always remember them because these are really easy ones. But there will be some that you might have to look up sometimes, like the HR one, which is a line, like a separate line. You've seen that pretty often on some pages, and it's really useful. Okay, cool. Now, there is a tag that I want to call span. A span is actually just like one line of text, or you can think of it like that. You don't have to think about it like that. Generally, you can just accept it like this now, or find your own concept of how to use it. But I usually use it for one line of text, or just like for a button or something else. I don't know, you have to check that out. Okay, so here we can write down something like, this is for the web programming series. Then we want to have some content displayed. So usually we use the paragraph tag for this. We actually write our own code. And a paragraph actually works like you would imagine it, like this. Hello, I'm a paragraph 1. Here starts the paragraph 2. Paragraph 2. And it goes on and on and on until it actually should end here. A new paragraph 3 starts. So we would have here one starting, another one starting here, and ending here, and another one here. You get it, probably. So now that we have it, we can actually just wait. No, let's go back. Let's actually get that. I think that's a pretty cool idea. What I usually do if I want to be faster, I do this and close them afterwards. So there you go. Now we have a really cool paragraph here, or paragraphs here, which makes it all much nicer. And now I want to show you a concept that I call the div. Well, no, everyone calls it div, but I call it the box concept. Why box concept? Well, that's pretty easy because a website actually is built in boxes. I will actually tell you more about it later. I think that's pretty good for now. So div, and then and the div here. So now you have all these paragraphs stored in a div, and we can give that an ID. So this is an idea. An ID is like the name of a tag in specific. It means if you have this div and you have other divs, you give this a name to actually come back to it in CSS for styling later. But there are also classes which applies then to all kinds of tags that you apply it to. Like you can say class, I don't know, button here, you can put it here as well and here too. That doesn't really matter. So let's call this here article area or something like that, or just article. Then you can, or no, let's call this text area. That's a nicer name, I think. Here we can call this article headline or something, and get it here. So now this is pretty cool. And you might ask yourself, why would we do that with the divs? That's actually just to actually make your layout look much nicer for coding later, because it's much easier to style it like this. Trust me, this is really like it. Okay, now that we have this, we want to actually put it somewhere else. We want to have it in the section. There you go. Now we have it in a section. We actually want to have it in a nav. We want to have a nice navigation. So you can do this in many ways. An old practice that I actually learned first as well is the UL, the list, like an unordered list. You have an ordered list and an unordered list, and you have the list items. So you start it with UL, end it with UL, and then you have these. So unordered list, list item. So now we can say about or something like that, about contact, or no, let's do something else here. Let's do experience, not portfolio, experience contact. Or maybe you want to have a block here, block, and here we can go for contact. There you go. So you can do that if you want to. There are other ways to do it. I will show them to you later if I think that this is a better method. Maybe we're going to do that for the footer. We'll see that. So, okay, cool. Now that we have that, we want to actually learn how to put in links. You can do this in many ways. You can do it here. You can do it outside of it. Well, you can think about it like you want. So you use an A tag for this. You also have to close it again. But now we should not do this. Why? Because this is actually just a text and we want the list item to be clickable. So this is actually not much of a difference, but just think of it like this and you will understand why I do it like this, or anyone probably does it like this. Let's put some text in here for all. But these won't work because you have not told the browser where to go if you click it. So you have to do that now. You use an href to this, add href to this tag, and now you can type in where you want to go. So here you can type in a browser URL, or sorry, just URL. You can type in a directory in your on your website, or you can actually even go back. So if you want to go back to another folder, so let's say you are inside a folder, you want to go inside of the folder, just type in this and then slash and then go to the new folder. But now we want to have this in the main directory, so in the one we are right now, and we want to say that is about.html. And now we want to add this for many. But sadly, we won't have a block anytime soon, but we still want to have it. So we just put in a hashtag that does the job. Contact.html and experience. Usually no one actually makes, well, multiple pages for such a short website. Normally you find yourself with a one-pager. That's what I call it. That's like all content is actually one page. And you can just scroll and scroll and scroll. You still have like a navigation. You can click it and it scrolls down, but you usually don't find any website that is as small as this with multiple pages anymore. Okay, so now that we have that, let's check out if it actually works. Yeah, it works. You see we have clickable items. When I click that, you see file not found. Of course, we haven't created it yet. And let's click blog. You see nothing changed. Here is a hashtag now, but the page is still the same. And practice actually is the headline that we used. This is for the web programming series. Hello, I'm a paragraph 1. Here starts the paragraph 2, and it goes on and on and on until it actually should end here. And new paragraph 3 starts here. And what I want to have here is a divided line or separate line, like this or like this. People usually close it because this is just like one thing. Oops, that didn't work. Now. Oh, you have to do it like this. Sorry. Okay, now that we have that, it is, well, better to read and better to understand for the user that this is actually like the head and this is the actual content. And now we have a navigation here, and we'll get to style this website really soon, but not now. I hope you understand these concepts. Let's just go through it again. We have the header, the section, and the footer to actually have the layout of our page, how to think about it. Then we have a nav inside the header, which works as the navigation, since it actually is nav. And then UL, which is one of the many ways to create a navigation. The H tag to make something clickable, and the list item tag LI for the UL to make a list item. Then we have the divs. We think of websites as like in boxes, or at least I do. Then we have the H1 or other H tags to make a headline in different sizes. A span, which is for me a one line of text. Then we have the paragraphs with P, and we have the HR for a separate line. So that's actually everything we learned today, and we're gonna continue later. Peace out.